good? You got your Sims?
Friends with... I'm not gonna speak anymore. I know you press record. You always say that. You say, "Are you ready?" right when you press record.
Oh no, I say, "Are you ready?" and I've already been recording. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Emma.
I'm Spook.
I'm Jess. I think.
You think?
Am I? I don't know what I am anymore.
Jess has been trying to get The Sims and said she was trying to get Origins. It sounded like Oranges. Now she's having a whole life-crisis. It's fine.
I'm having a crisis.
She woke up early today.
I did.
Yeah, we made her get up earlier.
She told us to spam her phone if we didn't see her online. I just sent her, "My child, are you awake?"
I saw her sending messages in the group chat, so I was like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, because I texted her.
Anyways, speaking of Sims, I want to talk about our favorite games from when we were kids. Because I was thinking about them the other day. And there was, as I was saying to Jess just before we started, I didn't have any, proper consoles for the longest time. We eventually got, a Wii, and then I got, a DSi, but that was all I really had. So I played mostly computer games. And
I had all the consoles.
When I say I played mostly computer games, I mean, I played, Club Penguin, I played, Build-a-Bearville, which was, oh yeah, Webkinz, totally, except I did not have enough money to actually own Webkinz, because now, of course, you could buy them in, a dollar store. But back then, it was you wanted a Webkin,
long time ago.
Back in, the early 2000s, if you wanted a Webkin, your parents would look at you like you were insane. Or at least my parents would. Because they were expensive.
Every Sunday, we'd go down to our local... Every Sunday, we went down to our little local... I don't know what the heck that's called, a little country store, and maybe not every week, but we'd pick up a Webkinz fairly often.
I was lucky to get one.
Went to get Webkinz.
I was lucky to get one for my
30
birthday.
or so.
I was lucky to get one for my birthday. What the hell?
I need you to understand that my parents have a lot of money.
No, my parents didn't. But
yes, and I respect that.
But
and I understand our differences.
Yeah, games like those online games, that was my shit growing up. I was saying to Jess before this too that I'm probably only going to talk about Build-a-Bearville because I could go on about that game forever.
Before we talk about Build-a-Bearville, I want to say one thing about Webkinz. My sister and I loved Webkinz so much that my dad, when he was at work, and he didn't have anything to do, he would open Webkinz and just go to the arcade and play a bunch of games and make us a whole crap ton of money. Yeah, his favorite game to play was Cash Cow.
I remember you telling me about that. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Because my dad at his work has a lot of free time, so he would play Webkinz.
Honestly, though, that doesn't surprise me. That just sounds like your dad. That just sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah, he'd come home and be like, "Yeah, I made you X amount of money," and we're like, "Thanks, Dad, you're the best."
You're like, "Great,
that's why I was
furniture.
A multi-millionaire in Webkinz.
You're like, "Great, I'm gonna get me some furniture for my house." Get that cool couch.
My house was massive, dude. I got lost in it so often.
Amazing. It's truly iconic. I mean,
my very first Webkinz was a small little unicorn. I think I named her Rainbow.
My first one, I think, was, that little pink horse, the one that's, pink, and it's, sparkly, and it has, the white, mane. I don't remember what it was called. But it was, I was gonna say, it was one that I knew a lot of people had, but that was the first one I had, and I don't remember how I got it. I think someone gave it to me as a birthday present, one of my friends. I don't remember that.
I looked it up. I looked up Webkinz pink horse, and I do know which one you're talking about.
Emma, did you rob somebody for it?
No, I did not rob somebody for it. Like I said, every Webkin I got was a birthday present.
Did you guys know that they killed Dr. Quack?
Yes, I did, and I was very upset about that.
I logged in, and it's what was it, Dr. Quack is on vacation or something? It's what did they do to him?
He's on vacation indefinitely. What?
Yeah.
I
killed Dr. Quack!
On the topic of Webkinz, I went to my friend's birthday party, I think we were grade 9. I went to her birthday party, and in their gift, the gift bags, you got a Webkin. I have this giraffe Webkin.
Imagine
that
being
I got
that rich.
In somebody's gift bag.
My parents aren't even that rich.
Just imagine being that rich. You buy a Webkin for each one of your friends for their to give to them as a birthday, a party favor. Just imagine just being like, here, have this thing that's like crazy expensive right now. Like, especially during a recession too. Like, imagine.
We may not have money, but damn, are we getting our kids Webkinz?
We don't have money, but damn, I'll be damned if my kid doesn't have a stuffed horse.
I always wanted the gecko one, but I never got it.
I don't remember which ones I wanted. I don't even remember which ones they had. I just know that I had
I had
the pink horse, and then I had a moose, which I absolutely loved that moose. I know I had one other, and I do not remember what it was.
The one that I remember the most is the pink cat. The pink and white cat.
I had that one. I think I named it Maggie. Now I gotta look up Webkinz. Hang on. You're gonna hear typing for me.
Oh, the Jess, that picture you just sent. That's the other one I had. It wasn't the pink and white cat, but it was the one that looked more like a calico kind of color, but it looked exactly like that. Just more. It was just more like an orange cat.
I think I had both of them.
I loved that cat.
Rich.
Wait, what did they do to Webkinz? What is Webkinz next?
I was gonna say, Webkinz next is not good. It's a whole new version. Yeah, it's a whole new version of Webkinz that they made recently to basically replace the original Webkinz, and it's just not good. It's like it's very similar to what Disney did to Club Penguin.
Club Penguin.
Yeah, Disney really fucked up.
I have to get a Webkinz classic desktop app. No, I'm not setting that up.
I'm good now.
Sad. I don't even think I remember my login. Pretty sure my password, my username was Cars53.
Love that.
I remember my login, like, at the very beginning was Cars53 Pop53. It's not that now because I've changed my password. Someone's gonna log into my Webkinz. It's still gonna be that is like, oh sweet, I got Webkinz now.
Oh, sick! I have a new account.
Stay away from Spook's account, motherfuckers.
I just remembered some things about Club Penguin before Disney made it go to shit. Because like I said, that and Build-a-Bearville were like, those were the two main ones I played a lot. And with Club Penguin, one of the things about it, though, was it wasn't as fun unless you had a membership, right? Because, like, without a membership, you can't buy clothes, you couldn't have, like, the Puffles, which were, like, basically these little balls of fur with faces that were pets, and they came in different colors, and they were really cute. But you couldn't have them unless you had a membership. There's a lot you couldn't do without one. And...
Oh, yeah, if you didn't have a membership, you're screwed.
Yeah, so, like, that was another thing. It's like, again, my parents would never buy me the memberships, but anytime I'd get birthday money or something when I started playing it, I'd go and I'd buy, like, the membership gift cards that you could get at, like the like EB Games and stuff, you know, which I guess is now GameStop. But I would always go and I would buy those because, like, any month I could get where I could have a membership in Club Penguin was the best money I ever spent as a kid.
Powerful.
It was so good. It was so much fun because you could make your house bigger and more fancy. You could get actual costumes and clothes for your penguins. There was so much more you could do. Like, it just basically unlocked the entire game for you. That was just the best experience.
I had a membership and it was perfect. It was me and my brother had to convince my mom so much to get us that membership. We were literally begging her. We're like, please.
Yeah,
I never got into Club Penguin.
I was never able to convince my mom to pay for that. But like I said, any times I got cash and I remembered, hey, you could get a Club Penguin membership. Hell yeah, I bought one. Every single time.
The only reason Emma remembered is because she got to be absolutely rich in Club Penguin.
Yeah. But it was such a sad day when they announced they were closing it because Disney had fucked it up so much. They're like, we don't want to pay for the servers anymore, so we're going to close it. And then they went on to make this, like, Club Penguin, like, app game or something that was just absolutely horrible and did not go well. And it's just like, y'all really fucked up a perfectly good game. Like, this game was doing just fine.
They always do.
It was very upsetting. It's very, very hard. Especially with the whole thing where, like, you go out to the iceberg and, like, everyone would be, like, using their, the, like, jackhammers on it, trying to get the iceberg to flip, and then when the game was about to end, they updated it so that it actually would. That was a good time. That was a good time.
Humanity. See, you guys spent your money and, like, begged your parents to buy Club Penguin stuff, and my sister and I begged our parents to buy, like, GameCube games and stuff. Actually, you know what I'd do? I'd go down to Blockbuster and I'd get like a video game rented for the week, and then hand it back, and then rent it again, and that's how I played most games. I miss Blockbuster.
Spook just yes, I went down to Blockbuster. Me and Jess, Blockbuster. Same. So you know what that is?
Didn't hear a single word I said after Blockbuster.
It was the same vibes as just like Epcot ball.
But yeah, there was one game. It was like a How to Train Your Dragon game. It was for PS3, I think it was. And I played it like pretty much to completion. And I just got it from Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster was great for that.
I freaking love that game. Yeah.
I remember near the end, like of before Blockbuster closed, they had a few DS games. And again, because I was obsessed with Build-a-Bearville, Build-A-Bear had a couple DS games, and one of them was at our the local Blockbuster. So every single time we went, I had moved on from wanting to rent movies to only renting that one game. Like literally every time I was there, I always got that same game every single time, because it was just so much fun. It was like this thing where it's like there's these 4 sections of this island, and each one is like a different season. And, like, you go around, like, collecting up, like, little pets, little friends, and, like, just doing little, like, adventures and tasks. I don't remember what any of them were now, but, like, I could just very, like, faintly picture it in my head and how much I loved that as a kid. I don't even remember how old I was.
The issue with, like, renting DS games and all that is that it saves to the card, not the system.
Yeah. So you can't, it was because that's every time you bring it back, they'd reset it again. Though I remember one time I went to and rented it, and somebody had it before me, and I hadn't cleared it, so there was just a whole save on the game, and I was like, all right, I guess this is mine now.
That was like it was Pokemon Diamond for the DS. I bought that secondhand, and the person who had it was had all level 100 Pokemon. He was like maxed out to the 9s, and I was like, oh my god, delete.
Delete what?
You had all that power. You had all that power, and you were like, delete.
Yeah, man, I want to go fight the gym.
Yeah, no, I would have done the same thing. I would have wanted my own as well.
But, okay, going back to the stuff like the memory saving to the card rather than the system. I remember when my sister first got her GameCube for Christmas, we didn't have a memory card with it. So we would play like Melee and all that, and we unlock all these characters, and then we just have to turn off the GameCube and lose all of our progress. So we finally bought a memory card. Oh, we still have that memory card to this day. I know exactly where it is. It's in the Wii.
That would absolutely drive me insane.
It drove us insane. Because, so our friend who lived down the street, he's 8 years older than me, 4 years older than my sister. He was practically like a big brother to me. But he introduced us to it, so he would give us his memory card, and we would play on like his accounts and stuff.
Yeah. I remember when we first got the Wii, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I know we had gotten it like as a big Christmas present from my parents for like all of us. And for the longest time, we didn't have a memory card in it, but the one thing with the Wii is at least it would save to the system for like your games.
You don't need a memory card for it.
Yeah, no, it would save to the system, but eventually we did end up getting a memory card for it anyways, because we would have so much on it all the time that like it was just there was never any space.
I didn't even know you could get memory cards for the Wii.
Yeah, we had a memory card. It wasn't like a big one or anything, but it was literally just happening. My mom bought the wrong memory card, so she needed to get a different one. But it worked for the Wii, so we just were like, all right, we'll just put it in there. But
you're like, hey, Mom, you see, you got something there.
Oh no, we didn't even ask. We didn't even ask. She was just like, I don't need this. You guys want this for the Wii? And I was like, bet.
All of you go absolutely feral for it.
But
you want it? Yes, we want that. What the fuck? What's wrong with my children?
I have to say though, like I was saying before, like I didn't have like consoles and stuff for the longest time, so most games I played were computer games. So like I had The Sims 3 for the longest time, but I also even before that, because again, kid, parents wouldn't buy it for me. I had to get it myself. I had to save money for it. So for the longest time, I would play Build-a-Bearville, and it would literally be like, I'd come home from school and the first thing I do is onto my computer to play Build-a-Bearville. It was like the first thing I do when I got home. I always had to go in and check on it. And I absolutely loved the game because, like, when you go on, you don't have to buy a membership, but to basically unlock everything, what you had to do is you had to have your bear you got from Build-A-Bear, and there was, like, the certificate that you would get for the bear, that, like, where you put the name on it and everything, they printed out for you. And at the bottom of it, there was, like, a code. And so when you went on to Build-A-Bearville, there was, like, a in-game, like, Build-A-Bear workshop you had to go into, redeem your code, and then it would, like, give you a digital version of your Build-A-Bear, and that would basically, getting that bear in the game would unlock, like, everything in the game for you. And when I got my first Build-A-Bear in there, and I suddenly was allowed to have a house, I was like, wow, I'm not homeless anymore. It's like, wow, I'm not homeless in the game. You're telling me I can buy furniture and clothes from this one store in town square now? Like, it was a very good experience, finally being able to do that kind of stuff. There was so much Build-A-Bearville did, and again, when they announced that was closing too, it's just...
I think I played all of, like, 2 seconds of Build-A-Bearville.
I never played it.
I was obsessed with it.
I bought it, my mom was like, oh, look, you can play video games, and I was like, yeah, I did, and I was like, that's boring. Okay, but going back to you saying that you'd go home and, like, immediately play Build-A-Bear, that reminded me of, grade 5, I think it was. Yeah, probably grade 5, grade 4, grade 5. My friend had a Minecraft server, and every single day after school, we'd all run to our computers and play until dinner time. It was great.
Luke, you can't just make last year's events into childhood.
No, it was. And it was funny because in grade 10 or so, one of the guys who was on it was like, hey, do you remember, like, our friend's server? And I was like, yes, that was great. And it was so funny because it was, like, such typical, like, 2012 era Minecraft, because I vividly remember one of my friends made a big giant diamond house pretty much, but it was just parkour all inside, like made of all diamond blocks because we were on creative and all that. And I vividly remember that.
Of course, it had to be diamond.
It was such an ugly build. So, like, ugly. What I used to do is I just go around and fix the landscape. And then we made a big, it was called the Don Valley Waterway. Based off of the Don Valley parking lot.
Parking lot?
I know it's Parkway, but it's we call it parking lot, okay?
Yeah, that'd be true.
Floating thing. It was just this big, giant floating water system above, like, the entire world. It dripped onto the land below, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, the Don Valley Waterway. I don't think we ever really used it.
That's still fun, though.
Well, my friend, like, he made, like, the redstone piston so you could go all the way up. He was good with redstone. He made me a whole, sprinkler system in my house.
I honestly, I sometimes, like, wish that, like, I had gotten into Minecraft, like, a lot earlier, but alas, I did not. I honestly wish I had, like, my siblings played Minecraft when, like, I think probably around 2012, 2013 they started playing. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Minecraft. So my siblings would play it for like all the time, and I never understood it. Like, I was never into it. Like, I had other games that I played, and like,
yeah,
then eventually they found out. Yeah, literally. Eventually, though, but the thing is, my sister played Build-A-Bearville with me. Anyways, eventually they found out you could get Minecraft for the Wii, though. And so, of course, they bought that. And I remember being, like, so against it for whatever reason. I was like, I don't want Minecraft on my Wii. Are you kidding me? Like, I was just like,
Minecraft fans, you.
Literally, when I was a kid.
Do not interact.
I was literally like that when I was a kid. And I don't know why I didn't like it. I think, I was saying before, I think part of the reason I didn't like it was for the longest time, the only people I knew that played Minecraft were, like, those guys who were, like, a little greasy, kind of smelled weird, or always said very odd, like, very weird things. That you're kind of like,
that was my Minecraft server.
You're like, it's just kind of like,
of those guys.
Like, yeah, it was just always stuff like that, and so it always just kind of threw me off, because it's like, you guys are, like, it's just, you're making this really weird for me, so I didn't play for the longest time. And then, 2019, during the resurgence of Minecraft and everything, I started, like...
You watched PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, and then
Yeah, I watched
like,
PewDiePie and
Minecraft. I was like, you like
Jacksepticeye.
Minecraft?
Oh, I watched that, and I also watched SMP Live, and I started getting into Wilbur all 2019.
SMP Live!
I'm sorry, Jess.
I didn't watch SMP Live,
No.
so I didn't know what it was.
But I started watching all that stuff, and that really, like, got me into it, and I was like, okay, I guess I can kind of see the appeal to it, so then I bought Minecraft, and now here we are.
I feel a lot better now after that cry. Thank you for letting me cry.
Yeah, no problem. But, yeah, it was just, like, I don't know why, like, it was every time they'd want to put it on, like, the Wii or just any console, I was always just like, no, keep that away from me, like, I don't want to play that, and now here I am, like...
You
now here I
game?
am streaming it all the time and like playing it all the time. It's just like, how the my 12-year-old self. I don't know if she would be proud of me or not.
Oh no, she'd be pissed at you.
She'd be like, "Oh, what the hell happened?
What are you doing?
Like, how did you let this happen?"
Her against this, what happened? You
Yeah.
went against
See,
our
We've been recording for like, I don't know, a
20
little
minutes?
less than half an hour now.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Yeah. And like, I've barely mentioned the Pokemon games, but I need everyone to understand that the Pokemon games, like, created my entire personality.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I
Is that
have
why you're so
so
lame?
many games.
Fucking nerd.
My friend introduced me to Pokemon Platinum, and I was like, yeah, I'm never going back again. Because I had the Pokemon Ranger game, and I had like Pokemon...
I love that one!
I had like, yeah, I like Pokemon, I think a Mystery Dungeon, like, red version. It was for the Game Boy. But I had that as well, and then, yeah, I got Pokemon Platinum, and then I had every single game after that.
Pokemon, gross.
Pokemon, I wasn't playing Pokemon Go before we started recording. Yeah, I still play Pokemon Go. Actually, I feel like a lot of people still play it.
I feel like, a lot of people still play it. They just don't talk about it that much anymore.
They just don't want to admit that they play it.
It's not like the summer of 2016 anymore.
Oh
That
no,
was a
not
good summer.
2016, man.
I remember I went on like 3-hour walks just to catch Pokemon. I mean, I would do it now. I did it last summer, actually. What am I talking about? They had this event going on, and it was almost over. My sister's like, no, dude, you gotta finish this. And I'm like, fine. So 3 hours before it ended, I was walking around my neighborhood trying to find a freaking fire type. I ran to my neighbors a bunch of times, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to catch Pokemon. Don't worry,
I'm
bro.
busy.
What are you doing?
I just need a fire type, and then I'm done.
Hey, Spook, what are you doing? I gotta catch 'em all.
I don't
Literally.
catch them all anymore.
I am proud to say that I have finished the Kento Pokedex. I have every
I'm
single
so
one.
proud of you.
Thank you. I was missing an Articuno for the longest time, and then I saw one in a raid, and I texted the group that I'm in, like, it's my sister and a bunch of her friends who all play Pokemon Go. I'm like, guys, please do this raid with me. And I got him.
It's sadder. My sister and her friend. Or a Pokemon.
It's my sister and her friends. It's like her husband, and then like 3 of their friends? Who? I don't know. But yeah, we have a Pokemon Go group where we just talk to each other and we're like, hey, there's a raid, do a raid with me.
Spook, I think you need to get out of the house a bit more.
They do.
Yeah, I
They go
do
play
get out of the
Pokemon
house.
Go.
It's called to play Pokemon Go. Stupid.
Yeah, come on, Jess.
And I play my game!
It's not my fault that they live hours away from me and none of you guys play Pokemon Go.
Oh my god.
Come do a raid with me, God. How
What
else
the
supposed to get legendary Pokemon? I'm very passionate about Pokemon. My issue now, though, is that I feel like the Pokemon designs suck and that the games also suck. And I'm upset about that. What the hell is messaging me on Discord? Hang on.
Please check that group, guys. I was right. What the fuck?
Oh. Oh, alright.
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting the podcast on something completely different.
Sorry, podcast, we have to interrupt this. Carl is with Saftap and George.
I'm sorry. I did not. Okay. Let me make context to this. I sent a really bad it wasn't bad. Someone photoshopped.
It was photoshopped.
Picture.
It was a very
Someone
badly
photoshopped
photoshopped.
a picture of Carl with Quackity and Sapnap 2 days ago, and now they're all together.
4 out of 5.
What did I do? How did I do this?
Anyways,
back to video games.
let's talk about Kirby Air Ride now.
Yeah, we can go back to the...
I want, if I ever get, what are they called? Emulators? Or what? No.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
thingies where you plug in the thing and it goes to your computer and then you can stream.
Yeah, I believe that
thing. If I ever get something like that, but do it for the Wii, I told Emma that I wanted to test it on her streams, and we'd play Kirby Air Ride because you just you're Kirby and you're on a spaceship, one of the little starships that he's always riding. It's those, but there's a whole bunch of them. And you just go around the city and you try to upgrade all your gear and all that stuff, and then you can get the legendary ships and all that stuff, and it's so much fun. I played that game for hours on end. That's how I unlocked, actually, there was one legendary ship that's the best flyer ever. That's how I unlocked it in the creative mode. Just flew around a whole bunch with one of the crappier ships, and it's like, congrats, you unlocked the final piece of this legendary ship, and I was like, huh?
I did what?
I remember going to my sister, I'm like, guess what ship I just unlocked?
You're like, yeah, I did this!
I want to go play that game again. Do I have that game? I think I do, actually.
Luke is going through so many emotions all at once.
I did. And I have
you
the GameCube.
Are currently, right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I have the GameCube remote as well, because I stole the Zelda games from my sister. She ain't getting them back. Mine. The Zelda games are my sister's. Don't get me wrong. However, I was the last one to play it. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, you should. As you don't let her have it back.
Also, you know what I just remembered? I'm just gonna laugh at me. I don't know if you were there, Jess, but there was one day where everyone came over, and we were playing
I already
Wii
know what this is
Sports.
gonna be.
Yeah, we were playing Wii Sports, and we had this fancy, it was the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword remote that had the motion sensor in it. So we needed it for Wii Sports Resort. And then we have the little motion sensor clip that plugs into the normal ones, but we only have one of those. So in order to get 2 people, you needed to have both of them. But I was the only one who was allowed to use the Legend of Zelda one because I was like, no, it's special. I don't want your greasy hands all over them.
No, you didn't. You did that before, but you did that when we did our race in Mario
Yeah, I
Kart.
always do. Yes,
You're
you're not allowed to use my remote. You're not allowed to use my remote because when I was younger, my sister had a greasy ass remote, and I was like, "You're not allowed to touch my remote because yours is greasy. You eat food and then touch your remote." My sister's like, "It's not dirty." I'm like, "Yes, it is." And then we had a third GameCube remote, and that it sucked. It glowed purple though.
This is a warning for anyone who meets Spook. Never touch anything that they have. They will literally they will probably bite you if you attempt to touch it.
Yeah. If you just heard clicking, I'm sorry.
Except they probably won't bite you because they'll think you're too greasy anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna judge you. I don't know. They're very judgmental.
If you have a gross remote or a gross keyboard, I am judging you so much. Listen, I know the control key on my keyboard is rubbed off, but listen. Yeah, because it's hit the control button a lot.
How?
That's how I activate run in Minecraft, okay? I play a lot of frickin' Minecraft. What do you want from me?
I'm sorry! Oh my god!
Anyways. Yeah, anyways, if you ever play any sort of game with Spook, specifically on their console, they will literally ask you to go and wash your hands before you can touch the remote. Even if your hands aren't greasy, they'll still make you do it. No, you still made us do it. Yes, you did.
No, it's only the Skyward Sword remote. I don't care about the other remotes.
You still made us go and wash our hands, though, even though none of us had touched anything. My hands are usually extremely dry anyways.
Emma was the only person I allowed to touch it. I was like...
Because my hands are never greasy. They're always dry as hell. It was so fucking funny. And I'm not gonna say the other thing that I talked to you about afterwards. But, it made me realize some things.
Hang on, I just ripped out my headphones.
That night
I need a longer thing for my headphones. Longer cord. there we go.
I say we. Oh God, they're back. I was gonna say let's.
I'm
talk
back.
shit.
Ugh,
No.
it's okay. I'm already talking shit to their face.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. The issue is that my like the computer thing. What is that called? Little tower thingy. The actual computer, not the screens. The actual computer. It's like on the ground, kind of. Well, it's not on the ground. I'm making it sound like my setup is scuffed. It is, but like it's in the little.
It is scuffed, but not that badly.
Yeah, it's not Griffin's.
He has a desk now. He has a desk.
Oh,
Man,
upgraded.
okay.
Yeah, he's upgraded from a ping pong table to a desk.
Proud of him.
He's doing his best.
Anyways, the computer part is like in a little cabinet thing, and then my headphones get caught on my chair and they just rip out all the time. They're not long enough.
Okay.
Simply
I don't know
make
what we
it
were
longer.
talking about before this.
I'm going to change the topic. I'm going to
My
change the
headphones
topic.
are held together by tape.
That's
Why
not
are they held together by
Oh, God,
tape?
that's just as bad as
I
my mom.
refuse to get rid of them until they stop working.
That
I
is
They
will
work
make
fine.
this working.
That's literally as bad as my mom. I literally bought her new headphones for Christmas because hers were being held together by duct tape, and I was just like, no, you can't do this. This is so bad for your ears. Like, you cannot be wearing headphones like these.
No, it's like the tape is on the part where like it splits off into two.
Oh, my mom has like the
'Cause-
over the head like headphones, and
Oh,
with literally
I got
the
earbuds.
top part was actually like splitting so bad she put tape to hold it, and I'm like, why are you still using these? So Christmas I bought her new headphones because I'm like,
Mine
no.
just has exposed wires.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean with that you could just put some electrical tape over it.
yeah.
Oh, I just put scotch tape over it.
Oh yeah, that's not safe. That is not safe at all.
No, like the little wrapping of the headphone, it's like it still covers the wire. It's just like if I pull on
that's
it.
still not safe.
Look, what? It's okay, guys.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm an electrician. I've got this.
I have scotch tape over it, not electrical tape. Please, for the love of God, get some fucking.
No, listen, you can't see the wires when it's taped. Well, okay. Before I taped it, you can't see the wires. It's just if I pull the headphones up, the wires are there. Emma just muted herself.
Yes, I'm sorry. I coughed again. I muted myself in both Discord and OBS. I don't know what is going on with me.
I was about to say, you're the one recording.
You guys were still going. You could. I just muted myself.
No, like I thought you had just muted yourself on Discord. I'm like, that's not gonna do anything with the recording.
No, I was saving everybody from hearing me cough again. It's because I haven't been awake for a super long time, and this always happens in the morning where I just need to drink a lot in the morning.
I woke up like 20 minutes before my class today, and I had to talk in class because it's one of my language classes.
Drop out. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, don't
sorry.
tempt
I'm sorry.
me.
I'm
done
sorry.
with this class.
I'm sorry.
It's literally the last class in the series, though, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And,
Drop
yeah,
out.
I started
Stop.
talking, I'm like, my voice is so deep right now.
Sorry.
So deep and scratchy.
Speaking
Video games.
speaking of dropping out just real quick, Jess, as Spook knows, I officially cannot drop out now because I've been approved for an internship next year, so
What?
can't drop out now.
No!
And drop out and play video
Yeah.
games for the rest of your life.
Listen, man, I get to choose the internship, so it could end up being a good editing internship, which could be real great. So, anyways, back to video
I
games.
always joke with my parents that I'm gonna drop out of school and live in their house for the rest of my life playing Minecraft.
Fair.
They laugh because I know I'd do it too.
Yeah, my mom knows I would too.
Please don't do
If
that.
I was even if I was slightly more depressed, I would do it.
I told my mom the other day that, like, I just can't move out until, like, my dogs both die, which is gonna be a while. So, like, she's stuck with me because I just can't leave them. Like, that would just be horrible. I'm like, either they have to both go or they're coming with me. Like, if I'm moving out, they're coming with me. They're mine.
This can't change. This is like a no change situation.
Yeah. Like, it's, and my mom laughed at me too because she knows that I'm not kidding. Like, I'm just like, I can't just walk away from them.
See, Emma, I said the same thing, and now I'm in a very weird spot.
I mean, true.
Oh no!
I'm like, well, there's nothing keeping me home, but like, don't want to leave.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Anyways.
I've had time to recover. Don't worry.
Anyways, back to the topic change.
Sure?
I want to talk about the first proper like PC game I had, which was The Sims 3. No, like actual video game. Like I had The Sims 3, and I think I bought it because I had seen people playing it on YouTube, because every game I have ever bought has been influenced by YouTube. And I just thought it was the coolest thing, and the expansion pack, the Supernatural expansion pack, I wanted to play it so badly. And I remember when I got money for my birthday, I convinced my mom to take me to our nearest EB Games, and I went in, and I immediately went straight for the Sims 3 games, and I remember being like, here, okay, I found the Supernatural expansion, but, like, where's the base game? Like, I can't find it. And my mom looks at the one I'm holding, and she's like, that one comes with the base game. Like, it's, like, two in one thing. And I was like,
you're coming home with me.
I bought it so fast, went home, installed it on my computer, would not play anything else. All I played was just The Sims 3 for so long, and I was obsessed with it. I still love The Sims to this day, but I was obsessed with playing like Supernatural and making a sim of myself, but as a witch. Fucking loved it. Loved it.
I don't think I had any expansion packs for The Sims 3, but I have a bunch for The Sims 4, and the expansion packs are what makes it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, base game is fine, but like, nah, you need the expansion pack.
I was literally saying the other day that my Sims 4 has so many expansions and stuff, and so whenever I uninstall it, and then I decide I want to play again, so I have to reinstall it. It takes hours because there's so much, and it's because every time they go on sale, I'll buy like 1 or 2 expansions or like the game packs or something. So now I just have so many of them.
Emma, I have an idea for you. Just don't uninstall the Sims.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, maybe I just don't uninstall it anymore. I'll just leave it.
It's so big though. Like
it is.
Freaking file is.
Listen, man, you're gonna get back into the phase. It happens once a month anyway.
Oh, it already happened. I was playing it the other day.
It always happens right around exam time.
Yeah.
Like exams, but like in the spring. So like next month, I'll just be like, yeah, I just want to play this.
Literally the other
and
day.
you didn't tell me you're back in.
The other day I had it open, and I was actually like, I wasn't streaming, like I was just streaming it on Discord, and Spook was watching, and I discovered that The Sims now has this thing. I don't remember what it was called, but it's, yeah, like the challenges or something. Oh, play scenarios. So it's like under the play game.
Without me.
Yep.
What up, Jess?
And so I was like, oh, what's this? And I went through it. It's basically a bunch of like challenges and stuff that you can do with your Sims. And so there's one called Making Money, where it's basically like, I don't remember what the challenge was called that they did on YouTube.
Make $1 million.
Yeah, where you start with these $0 and you have to make $1 million. So of course I'm like, I want to do this. So I made a Sim who is a raging capitalist. Her personality traits are materialistic, because, you know, she's a material girl. She's materialistic, self-absorbed, and a perfectionist. And she has a dog named Moneybags. He's like a little white dog with like the crusty, with the crusty brown, and then her favorite color is green. So the dog has a green bow, like on top of her head, and a green collar. And she only really wears like pantsuits. And her party wear is the exact same pantsuit she wears for her everyday wear, except the blazer is green instead of black. And that's her whole personality.
I'm sorry, she gives me vibes that she'd say suit up to her friends. Like in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. But the thing is, I made her like 100% like a total Karen. Like she has the Karen haircut and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a Karen haircut.
Yeah, and she's yelled at her neighbors twice already because she lives in an apartment. And she's also working on the police force. So that's who she is, and I'm having a great time playing her. And the only person she cares about is her dog. She doesn't care about anything else, just her dog and herself.
We agreed that if she ever has a kid, that kid's gonna be like the definition of a rebellious child.
Oh yeah, the kid is going to be extremely rebellious, and she's probably going to treat the dog better than the kid.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing in The Sims. And it's hard for me too, because I like to use a lot of cheats in The Sims. I use a lot of cheats, so I'm trying very hard not to use like any in this game, except like maybe like move objects.
Use mother load.
Yeah, I'm not doing like any money things. I want to try and get to $1 million on my own. So
if you don't use move objects, like, are you really playing the game?
literally,
No.
it's so annoying when stuff
Yeah.
like snaps into place or is like, no, you can't place this here. It's like, what are you talking about? It's not even touching the wall. Like, it's just, it's
Yeah.
so far out. Why is it here?
It sucks though when you use move objects and then you're like, yeah, this looks great, and then your sim can't interact with it.
Oh, it's so annoying.
The shower is right there. Just get into it.
They can't interact because the chair's just a little too close to the wall, and they're like, "No, I'm uncomfortable."
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right.
Me though.
It's like, all right, I'll just put like a desk chair in the middle of the room. You can sit in that.
I don't use a lot of the money cheats on The Sims, but I love the moment when you're playing like a really long save file and you get to the point where money is no longer an issue.
You may
Like,
be
I remember
asking.
it's like, I wanted to buy this really nice, like, fridge or something, and I can't. Because I don't have enough money. And then there's a point where it's like, you've upgraded everything, and you're like, yeah, I need a new fridge. Okay, just buy a new one.
I have never gotten super far in my sim save. Because I'm terrified of them dying, and I get so attached!
No, here we go. I once played, it was like the Legacy Challenge or whatever, where it's like, you start with one sim, and then you have to work all the way up, and you're supposed to go through like 10 generations or something like that. I got through 4. Like, I was on the 4th one. And I remember when my first 2 sims, like the original parents, died, I was like, no! This is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Every single time they would just appear as ghosts, like, their kid would get so sad. I'm like, no, stop.
The ghost just randomly texting their child, like, congrats on this. Like, stop! You're dead! Stop hurting my heart! Man, what the fuck?
They both died of natural causes, though. It's kind of annoying, actually, though, because the one sim wouldn't die. Like, you know how the bar, well, Jess doesn't know because she doesn't play for him, but the bar, like, for an elder just, like, fills up for the age.
Yeah, you know
And then,
that.
like, sometimes they can go over if, like, they're active or whatever. And the one sim that I had, she was, like, ridiculously active. Like, worked out every single day. And she just would not die. I'm like, bro, your husband died, like, 2 weeks ago. Just kneel over and die already.
Yeah.
I need more space in this household.
Just die! Fuck, man! What am I?
Like, you're
What I do?
annoying.
I'm kind of like in between both of you, where sometimes I'll play a game and like it won't go very far, and then I'm like, I'm gonna board the save, I'm gonna make a new one, but there have been times where I'll make one and I'll purposely, like, when they have a kid, make the kid even better than the first sim, so that I'll want to play the kid, and then I just keep doing that. So basically, they just keep getting better and better, because that's the only thing that makes me want to keep playing. To like, basically, if you just give me something a little more shiny, I'll pick that one instead. So like that's how I'll get myself to keep playing.
You're easy to please.
Yeah, to keep playing a file. But if I don't do that, if I already really like the sim, then it's like, well, I don't know what to do about this.
I'm attached to all the kids in that Legacy game that I played. It was a fun one. I don't think I have the file anymore.
Pain.
I know, because all my file got all screwed up and stuff, so I don't think I have it anymore. Now I want to play The Sims.
I was gonna say, now I really
I
want to
got
play
homework
the
to
Sims.
do.
The Sims.
I want to play the Sims, and as soon as we're done here, I have to leave to go to school.
Play
Ugh.
the Sims.
I know, I gotta go to work tonight.
Don't go to work. Don't go to school. Just play the Sims.
You're right.
I have to go to school.
I'm dropping out of school and quitting.
Yes.
Woo! Only playing The Sims now.
The other day, though, how long ago was it? It was a few months ago. I convinced our friend Jordan, though, to buy The Sims 4. Well, I didn't even have to convince her. She was already thinking about buying it, and I just went, yes, do it. So I've been, like, progressively teaching her how to play.
Save.
Yeah, her save is wild. It's been fun to watch. But,
I don't know if we can talk about it.
So I can, I convinced her that she should buy it, so she did, and she was playing it, and she shared her screen with me while we were just talking in Discord. She starts playing, and she decided that her character was going to have, I don't remember what the ambition was that the character the sim has, But basically, she's trying to break up as many relationships as possible and have as many baby daddies as possible and take all their money. That's her whole thing. She, at one point, had 2 of them literally locked in a basement just painting for her to make money for her. Nope, not anymore. She just recently got married to Mortimer Goth. She convinced him to divorce his wife, and she just moved in with him. And she basically kicked out his whole family, basically put them into her old house, and then left the 2 guys doing the art in their house. And then she went and moved in with Mortimer Goth's house.
Can you imagine, like, your husband leaves you, and then you get kicked out of that house to go live in, like, a crappy little 1-bedroom house, and then you go down to the basement and there's just 2 guys painting.
The best part is you can't get down into the basement. There's no stairs or anything, so like they don't know that they're there. There's literally no way to tell that they're down there.
You're doing your renovations and then you discover you have a basement. There's just 2 skeletons that are still painting.
2 skeletons, and there's just like half done paintings, and you're just like, okay,
this is concerning.
Just cover this hole. Let's pretend it's not there.
But she's also had like so many kids too, and it's just the whole save is so funny. Like is
she raising the kids?
Yeah, she's still raising them.
Oh my goodness.
Like she still takes care of them and everything. Like she's doing great. She's doing amazing. But it was so funny though, because we were sitting in a VC and she's just like, "Hey, is Mortimer Goth one of the rich guys?" I was like, "Yeah, he's like the richest sim, I'm pretty sure. Like other than like the land grabs, who I don't even are they? No, yeah, I think they are in Sim 4.
They are. But because I hate Nancy.
Yeah, true. But no, I was like, yeah, the Goths are like one of the richest families. She's like, oh, bet I'm gonna marry him. I was like, okay. so she's like, should I stay in my house or should I move into his? I was like, his is probably nicer. She's like, all right, I'm moving there.
Mansion.
Yeah, so she moves in. She goes,
his house and it's weird.
So yeah, she now lives in his house.
He's got like 4 floors.
Yeah. And then she decided to put her toddler's room in the attic, which I was like, okay, like, yeah, that makes sense, alright. It's like, alright, you're gonna have to get your sim to take her up 3 flights of stairs.
Nah, the kid can do it himself.
No, the second that toddler can walk, not your business.
Whenever I'm working with toddlers, I guess, in The Sims, I always make sure the movement goes up the fastest. Like, I always focus on that first because I'm like, I'm not carrying this child up and down the stairs constantly.
I literally make them walk back and forth like 50 billion times until they're... Keep walking, buddy!
Until they can sprint on their own.
Do you need to dance? Here's a radio. Dance!
It's so weird, like, watching toddlers in The Sims, though, because, especially, like, with walking, you see them, like, stumble around, and then suddenly, like, just before they're a child, they're just, like, walking like a normal sim, and it's like, who are you?
Do you guys,
like, yes! What the fuck happened?
Do you guys remember when The Sims 4 didn't have toddlers? It was just baby and then straight to kid, and everyone was like, why don't we have toddlers? So they updated it for free so that it had toddlers.
Now everyone hates toddlers? At least I hate
toddlers. Everyone was excited when they finally added toddlers in, but like, I still like them. Yeah, it was definitely, it was very broken.
I don't like toddlers in real life, though, so I mean...
True. Like, I'm not necessarily one for kids, but, like, I like having the toddlers just because I think it's so weird going from baby straight to a child. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It's a little weird.
Toddlers, and then they keep forgetting toddlers in expansion packs and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, we gotta do that, and they, like, throw in, like,
that's why I have
2 tiny things for toddlers.
That's why I have so much custom content.
Yeah. But you're fucking alpha CC.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Max's fucking sucks.
Here we go.
Why the fuck would if I'm getting custom content, why would I want it to look like the game? I want the game to look better. Why the fuck would I want it to still look like the game?
It can look better with the normal content that you already have.
It'll blend in if all I use is custom content.
No! You're playing The Sims!
Do you know
look like this?
Do you know how many Sims I have walking around with the alpha hair?
No!
It's fantastic. I told you.
I
told you she gets heated about this. I told you she does.
Stop!
Why the fuck would I want it to look like the actual base game? If I'm getting custom content, I want it to look better than the base game. The base game is ugly. I'm saying it right now. The base game is ugly.
Content is to add to the base game. The base game, you're supposed to have custom content that looks like the base game because you're adding to the base game.
Yeah, I'm adding to the base game to make it look prettier.
No! No!
Yes.
No!
You're not gonna hear any more of Jess.
Jess is just gonna sit.
Because
the only thing you're gonna hear is her muttering about how annoyed she is at me.
You're gonna hear
never
at the
gonna
very
change
end of
my
the
mind.
podcast just her screaming.
You're never gonna change my mind, though.
Cut off. It just cuts off with me screaming.
See, I don't have custom content. I just suffer.
I could never. I
Oh,
could
no,
never.
I could never. I hate the custom. Not custom. I hate the base game normal hairs. Like
There's
love.
some I like.
I like some of them, but most of them, like, I don't want to. It gets overused. And I'm like, ugh.
I like the
boring.
Alpha CC hair.
Oh, I kill you. I meant to say I hate you, and it came out I kill you.
You have that much rage stored within you.
She's gonna just by pure like willpower just appear in my house and just stab me.
No.
Next episode, there's gonna be
It's gonna be completely
weird lack of Emma.
It's gonna be completely unedited, raw.
It's gonna be an hour of Jess and I going, how's your day been? Oh, it's good. How's yours?
And then the last half an hour is just explaining, yeah, what are you talking about? There's only been the two of us. There was never a third person here. What? This is our podcast.
Emma? What? There's
Emma?
never been an Emma.
Oh, we don't know an Emma.
Who's Emma? No.
I'm just gonna kill Emma, and then she's gonna go into her computer and just delete all the custom content that Emma has.
She's just gonna delete everything that ever proves I existed.
Your dead body's just like standing? Sitting inside, laying, that's the word. One day I'll get the right verb. Your dead body is laying beside Jess, and then Jess is just gonna be like on your computer fixing everything, ignoring the dead body.
It's not that I'm not clearing her search history for her, I'm just deleting the CC. And just fixing it.
I feel like
if I murder you, do you want me to clear your search history?
No.
Okay. I just gotta make sure you know it's just nice to, if you get murdered, somebody delete your history.
No, it's okay. I know what an incognito tab is.
Okay. What?
What?
I just Google it like a man.
Anyways, I feel like I should do a whole stream on Twitch one day of me playing The Sims 4, just using my alpha CC just to piss off Jess.
She's gonna like, I'm pissing off Jess today.
Yeah, literally, title's just, I'm only doing this to make Jess mad, and then she's gonna join the stream, and like, Sims 4, wait, that title. She just goes in, just sees all alpha CC, there's nothing that's just base game or like, the maxes, she's like, like, yeah, it's like,
the base game is gone, it's just completely alpha.
Like, there is no hint of, like, the base game or anything, it's just all alpha, and Jess is like, this is my worst nightmare. She's like, how do I ban a streamer from their own chat?
You'd be like you're gonna be watching that your viewer list and just watching and like, is Jess here yet?
Is she here? She's here! Alright, let's start!
She's here. I trapped you, bitch!
It's gonna be on the starting screen until you see Jess join.
And it's gonna be like, she joins and she starts talking in my chat, she's like, oh god, what are you doing? And then she tries to leave my channel and it just doesn't close.
Does it let me out?
It does will not let you close. You try shutting down your computer, and every time you shut it down, it just turns back on and goes right back to my stream. There's nothing you can do to escape this.
It goes to like the blue screen where it's like, please hold, and like it's fucking restarting itself, and it just pops up just you in like a tiny window, blue screen still behind.
You finally get your computer shut down, I pop up on your phone.
What's up? What the fuck?
You thought you could escape
Emma's stream just starts playing in your head. You close your eyes and there's Emma.
So it's just me putting an alpha CC hairstyle on my sim. Just wakes up in a cold sweat, just screaming.
No.
You're standing over her wearing that, like a wig of it.
I know, I'm just standing over her with my laptop just in my hand, and I'm just like pointing the screen at her, and I'm just like, hey Jess, look at this, and I click on an Alpha CC shirt.
No! No! I actually do have. I would agree. I do like Alpha CC only for the clothes. The clothes are okay, but the hair.
I love the hair. I love the hair. My favorite hairstyle I have is an Alpha CC hair. I love it so
Alpha
much.
CC for clothing actually does look like it matches with the actual base game, but I hate the hairs.
I have no opinion on this. This is hilarious.
You want to know something that's really funny though? Is I actually have nothing against Max's CC. It's just the fact that Jess gets so angry about the Alpha CC that is really funny to me to just keep arguing about it. Like, I literally do not care.
I feel like I'm watching two toddlers just, like, slap each other back and forth.
It's us
like,
fighting.
I have no
involvement
in this argument.
We're fighting over a Barbie and what she wears.
Like, literally. You're going, oh, sweet, Barbies.
You're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about childhood video games? Hell yeah, and we're like, no. Custom content, bitch.
I'm gonna fight about the fucking Sims. It was so funny though that I discovered this whole thing, we discovered that what type of CC each other uses when I had reinstalled The Sims. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some new custom content, because I'm like, I've had the same stuff for a while, I'm gonna get some new stuff. So she started sending me like links, and I was like, oh, it's all like Max's, okay, cool. And so I started sending her links of some ones I had found that I like. She's like, it's all Alpha? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, how could you? And I was like, what?
And also you suggested to Jordan, you fucking suggested to Jordan, oh, you should get Alpha CC.
Yeah, and you know who she agreed with? She agreed with me. She thinks the Alpha looks better.
Because she doesn't understand the meaning of it!
Whoa. I feel like I need to go and start doing my own research now.
Literally, all you need to do is just look up what the two of them look like. Like, yeah, the Maxis just looks like stuff from the base game, but Alpha looks a little bit more like, I don't know. I guess the only way it's like a little more realistic, a little more styled, I guess. I just like it better.
No, little German boy, don't search up the Maxis.
I'm doing it. Okay, one monitor has that, and then Sims. Hang on. Sims for what was it called?
I feel like Alpha CC and Maxis.
Oh, I can't spell. Alpha CC.
I feel like Spook is gonna prefer the Maxis, which
I think so too.
Would surprise me, but I like Alpha.
Shut the fuck up, Emma.
No, I like the Maxis one better.
See, I told you, like I could see Spook preferring the Maxis. Like I just don't see you ever using the Alpha.
Sims.
I'll say you don't use custom content, so I could see you preferring the Maxis, where it's like basically as soon as I started playing Sims, I was like, all right, what custom content can I get?
Why does this child look like they're 40 years old?
Because they are.
Okay.
I said that so quickly.
What is wrong with this woman's eye? Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
What happened?
Someone's gonna have to tweet this.
Oh god. See, that's one of the Alpha ones that definitely got fucked up somewhere along the lines. That is not normally what Alpha looks like. What the somebody really fucked that up. Oh my god.
For context, there it is.
It looks like skunk stripes. Have you ever seen those? Like the early 2000s Kelly Clarkson hair?
Yeah.
It's like the stripes. That's what the hair looks like right now. And it is very clearly been messed up.
But it's the eyes for me. Like, it looks like from a distance it should be eyelashes, and you look at it and it's like, this looks like, I don't even want to say eyeshadow, but it looks like eyeshadow.
You know, I think I know what it is. I honestly think it's something wrong with the hair, and they probably have, like, the CC eyelashes, and because the hair is, like, fucked up, it's fucking up the eyelashes. Like, I can almost guarantee you it's supposed to be fake eyelashes, and the hair is just fucked up because they didn't do it properly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know too much about custom content. I always know what fucks it up.
I don't.
Okay,
I play with one mod.
I'm feeling a bit better now.
It's because I agree with you. It's the what's the one good Sims mod that I always play with? What is that called? Well, that's not how you spell Sims. What the heck is this mod called?
What does it do?
It's like the command center one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you,
MC
it's unplayable if you don't have that, in my opinion.
I wasn't able to get it working, and then I fixed it, and yes, we're good.
I have never
Good
used
mod.
it before. I don't.
It's just a mod that you're able to just click on your Sims, and then you're able to do shit better instead of using.
And you can change the game modes, or not the game mode, the rules of the game.
Oh, interesting.
You can make it so your Sims have a chance of getting pregnant when they just do woohoo.
Interesting.
It's
just
a nice mod.
I use a lot of custom content. Don't use that many mods. The only
You can
mods
also
I have done are
change,
the really messed up ones, because I saw them, was like, I want to try this, and then a minute later I'm like, never mind, I shouldn't have tried this.
Well, Emma, don't be shy. Tell us one mod.
Well,
no, we can't say that on the podcast.
There's one. Yeah, no, I probably should not be talking about them. All I'm gonna say is I told Jordan about one of them when she first started.
Oh, no!
Because it's a super messed up mod, but I feel like everyone has to at least know about it. And so she's like, okay, I want to try it. And I was like, sure, if you want to. Needless to say, she deleted it pretty quick. I was like, if you really want to try
she hears about the murdering toddler.
Oh, she does. She knows about it. I've told her about it. I told her about the violence mod, the killer toddlers, the drug mods.
Have you told? Yeah, the drug mods.
Yep. Oh, she knows about that, which I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to get that for her sim. I feel like with her sim, if she could, she would make the sim a drug addict.
that would line up for the story that she's making.
It would.
Yeah.
Knowing her, she would do it.
Oh no.
Yeah. I love how this episode started off as talking.
We actually had a plan this episode.
We did, and then it just went into The Sims 4.
Oh yeah. Which, I mean, the thing is, like I said, The Sims was one of the first PC games I ever played as a kid. So I mean, technically, we're still on track here because it eventually just developed.
Did you guys ever play? Did you guys ever play the cute Sims? You know how they're more bubbly.
The cute Sims?
The what?
Yeah.
The who?
Sims.
The part on me?
My Sims.
Oh, yes, I did play that. I had one game. I don't remember what it was, but I had one, and I played it all the time.
Oh man, I had a whole bunch, but I absolutely loved My Sims. I played that so often.
I think my parents got me this for my Wii or my DSi, and I never played it. I didn't like it.
Because I remember I saw My Sims Kingdom. I saw that on in the Nintendo magazine or whatever it was. And I remember seeing the pig and I'm like, yeah, I need this game. And then I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't remember which My Sims game it was because there were so many, but I know we had one and my sister and I would play it all the time. But I also remember too getting the actual Sims game for the Wii. And my mom's like, yeah, I want to try it, see why you like it. And I tried it and I was like, no, you shouldn't try this one. She's like, why not? And I was like, it is horrible. This is horrible. We should only be playing The Sims on a computer. I don't know why we bought this. This was a mistake. Sims on anything but a computer is just not good.
Y'all remember Sim Animals?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an experience I share alone.
Yeah, that was just for you, buddy.
Woo.
He got so sad!
But yeah, no, with The Sims 3 though, just like The Sims 4, I bought so many expansions, but at the time, it was before I had a credit card or anything like that, so I couldn't buy them online. I'd always have to buy the disc versions from EB Games and stuff. So now I have a whole bunch of Sims 3 games. I was talking about this yesterday with Spook, or not yesterday, it was I think the day before, whatever, but I have a bunch of these disc games for The Sims 3 that I can't play anymore because computers just don't come with disc drives anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went onto Origins, and I looked it up to see if there was any way, and they're like, yeah, if you just put in your code in your Origins account, it'll give you a digital version. So I tried it, and it was like, these codes have already been used, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so what am I supposed to? How am I supposed to play? I want to play my damn Sims games. I don't want to rebuy all of them through the Origins account when I already have them.
I used mine on my first ever, Origin account, it was my own Origin account, and then, I went to go get it on my dad's, and it was like, you can't do this because you already used the codes.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, if you put the disc in and use the codes, then it just works as just an installation key, so you can do it as many times as you want. But if you don't have a disc drive, you can't use it. So I remember on my laptop, it didn't have a disc drive, but I had a USB disc drive my dad had given me, and it worked perfectly fine for my laptop, so that's how I would always play. Whereas now, because the disc drive is so old, it's just not compatible with any of my computers, and like, I just have all these Sims 3 games sitting here, and I just want to play them again, but I can't.
I agree. I literally have all of the Sims 3 expansions.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, almost all of them. And I can't even play them because I can't get it.
Yeah, like, I don't have all of them, but I have a good pile of them, and it's just like, I would love to play them, but I can't, so Origin, fucking fix it! Let me play my goddamn game!
Okay,
just, it's so annoying.
I'm getting away from The Sims for a second, but did you guys ever play Roller Coaster Tycoon?
I didn't, but God, I wanted to.
Oh my
God.
Can
I mention? Okay, there's Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then I don't know if this is the same people who made it, but there's now a Planet Coaster, which is just like a bunch of roller coasters.
I remember I once made a Roller Coaster Tycoon, that was like, okay, you obviously made like death traps on Roller Coaster Tycoon, of course, but like this one was like extra. I can't even describe it.
You brought in so much torture before the death.
Literally.
You're like, it's okay, guys, you'll be fine.
And then I remember I started getting bad reviews because it's like, yeah, people are dying. I'm like, yeah, sucks.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that game is that I technically pirated it because
how could you?
I know. It's because my friend had it, and this is the same friend who had the Minecraft server, by the way. And he let me play it, and I was like, well, I just want to keep playing this. So his dad made me a copy of it.
Love that. I mean,
it was so scuffed, but I was like, hey man,
I mean,
this is great.
Technically, my sister is pirating The Sims 4 because I just gave her my Origins login, and she just plays like it from my account. So, but yeah, no, like I just want The Sims just be able to play The Sims 3. I've literally thought about just going ahead and just selling all of the discs so that then I have the money and I can just go onto Origins and buy them, because like I'm like, I don't know how else to get them to work other than like getting another disc drive, like a USB disc drive I can put on my computer, but they never fucking work because no computers have disc drives anymore, so they're almost never compatible. It's so annoying.
You can get Roller Coaster Tycoon on Steam?
I did know that.
Yeah.
Just went silent.
Oh god.
Add to your wish list. Alright! Guys, we can end the podcast here.
Well, I was actually just about to say we need to wrap up because I need to go in like a couple minutes, so...
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No!
No, guys, I've learned that Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic is on Steam. I've added it to my wish list, and now I just have to wait for a sale. I know what I'm doing all summer.
To wrap things up, loved Build-a-Bearville. It was a fantastic game. Loved The Sims, another fantastic game. Yeah, my final thought is if Build-A-Bear ever brought back any sort of version of Build-a-Bearville, but like the actual game and not something like what Club Penguin did, I'd probably play it right now. As a 21-year-old, I would probably still play it.
You go to Build-A-Bear just to play it again.
Exactly.
A whole new Build-A-Bear.
I totally would. Thank you for listening to the Burnout Kids podcast. If you're interested in following any of us, you can follow me, Emma, on Twitter and Instagram at stopit_Emma. Or you can follow me on TikTok at stopitemmalive, or you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube at stopittemma. And if you're interested in following Jess, you can follow her on Twitter at tothemoon_Jess, or you can follow her on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at tothemoonjessie. And if you're interested in following Spook, you can follow them on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Spookish with 2 Ks. And if you're interested in following the podcast, you can find us on Twitter and Tumblr at Burnout Kids Cast, or on Instagram and TikTok at Burnout Kids Podcast. For our audio listeners, we have a YouTube channel called the Burnout Kids Podcast. And for our YouTube watchers that want to listen on the go, we have a Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We release new episodes every other Saturday, so be sure to stop by for another episode with your local Burnout Kids. Bye!